backs are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run on first down. Hilliard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Niners, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second down at 5. Passing, it's Dalton. They'll find Everett there, complete.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
They'll try the left side. Hilliard. Ooh, the juke. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Andy Dalton. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On first down, it's Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8, now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Draw play. This is Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Play action now. Dalton. Flush to his right. Going for it all. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he won't get this to the 20. Yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, You're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 39, Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 14. First down, San Francisco.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6. And the 49er first down.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Lance. That's caught by Hollister. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
third down. Mitchell, and he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now it's 2nd and 9. On play action, Lance. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Charlie Werner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Hilliard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hilliard. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Lance. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Lance. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Dalton. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Dalton up, play action. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll just get rid of it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Lance going to throw.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And they'll go for it. Lance. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Lance. Flushed out right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Lance now to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Carson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6, 7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw here, Dalton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They look to throw on third with Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Dalton now to pass. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And some room to roam now. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quadre Diggs.
And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll try the left side. Hilliard. Room here to run. The 30. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's a second touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go, but how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
Hightower not going to attempt to run back, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Hightower not going to attempt to run back, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Throwing after the interception. Lance escaping the pressure right. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
There goes a deep ball. End zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer.
It's a run with Mostert.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They'll run again with Hilliard. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On first down, Hilliard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now a play fake. Lance. It returns it right back to Samuel.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Looking deep for Jennings. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw again on second down, Lance. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter, as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play.
but still all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.